Why in 2024 are we still looking for men to come and save us? I repeat, everyone needs to be looked at with a side eye. Sis, how is he going to change? You don't know him. I see two people who are very much manipulative. Cut the cameras. Hey guys, what's really good? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Dymund and welcome back to another week's vlog. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. Like I said, another week, another vlog. My name is Dymund. Over here there is nothing but good vibes and positivity, and that is on period. I am a content creator, influencer and a mum of 5. I do content around the lifestyle, beauty, fashion, a little bit of key chit chat and just good vibes. So if that is something that you are into, then please hit the subscribe button, okay? Subscribe to the channel and also turn on your post notification bell so that you will be aware whenever I upload, whether it's here or my community tab or wherever I put up a cute little picture or whatever it may be, you will be in the know. So you guys may be aware that in the last couple of weeks I've been posting vlogs and then I do like my sit down where I do like my chit chats and stuff like that. So this week I'm going to do it just a little bit different, child, because I'm not going to lie to you, I just couldn't get my head round how I was going to deliver this message that I want to deliver today, because it's just weighing like heavy on me and I'm just like, I just need to do this video, you know. I just need to say what my spirit is sending me to say. However, I just wasn't sure on how I was going to like do a vlog and then do the sit down. So I figured, you know what, I need to do my makeup anyways because I need to go out later. So I'm just gonna do my makeup and I'm just gonna speak. We're gonna speak to each other. You guys probably already know, I think, I don't know if you guys know how I think, you guys probably know where this is going. But for those of you who don't know, I'm just gonna give like a quick backstory, all right? So this week, a very random but very necessary video popped up on my algorithm, and the title was "I Married a Monster." Okay, so when I seen that video, the first time I seen it, I don't even think I clicked on it because I was just like, oh, another story of a woman who probably married and whatever. So I didn't click on it. And then I think that same evening, if I'm not mistaken, or like the next day, the video pops up again. And I'm just like, okay, cool. At this point, let me just watch it. Because the first time I seen the video, I think it was at like 223,000 views. And then that same evening, it was then at like 400,000 views. So I was just like, damn, like this man has really done our sis dirty. Like, let me see, let me go on there and just see what the video is about. Let me go and see what this man did to our sis. Guys, initially I just thought, you know, she married this man, probably found out he's a down low brother. Probably found out she's sleeping with the sister, sleeping with the best friend, he's sleeping with the pastor's down low pastor, they're sleeping together or something. Because these stories are not far-fetched, right? So initially that's where my mind went. I just thought it's probably gonna be that type of video. Was I mistaken or was I mistaken? Because I clicked on this video, the video is not very long. This woman, just to give a little bit of backstory, I'm not gonna go into like all the full details, guys. You can definitely go ahead and find that video. Like I said, it popped up on my algorithm. I'm sure it's probably popped up on your algorithm. It's all over like TikTok and stuff like that. So I'm sure you guys are probably, if you haven't ran into the video yet, you're probably gonna run into it and see it after watching this video. I don't know. But the video is titled "I Married a Monster." Ciao. Oh, I was not expecting that. When I watched the video, I saw it was from a lady who was calling herself Trophy Wife. Okay, and I clicked off after watching. I clicked off and I just started going through like her other videos, and I saw that it was a woman who takes a lot of pride in the way she looks, and she was basically giving advice to other women on how to get a high value man, how to get a man of a certain stature, how to get a man of a certain position, what you need to do, what you need to look like. And she's basically telling her story on how she got this high value man, and she's giving advice on to other women so that they can also do the same. That is basically what her whole aesthetic is about. Grabbing, bagging a high value man. So then she begins to tell the story basically how she met this man, and she met him on some website. She went to look at me, I'm so British and so London. She went to meet up with this man, and within like a week of meeting the man, she moved in with the man. Shortly after that, she married the man. Mind you, now she's already got a child from a previous relationship, and then I believe she went on to have 3 other children with this man. The whole video is basically her just exposing her man, saying that her man has been inappropriate with her children. That's what the video is about. That she married this man, and this man provided a lifestyle for her. This man's buying her a Porsche, he's buying her a 10k ring, 20k ring. Basically just he upgraded her life, and he's given her this life, and she can pick which car she wants to drive, and So to her it was a success story. Now she's telling other women how they could also become successful trophy wives. But unfortunately for her, it switched and it turned, because this man, I have to say allegedly, because apparently there's no police report yet. I'm not even here so much to even bash this woman. I'm not here so much to speak on her choices. I'm a woman enough to be able to feel bad for her, to feel sorry for her. I have sympathy for her. But I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys, because those that know me, those who are closest to me, they know how I am. When a situation happens, of course I feel sorry for you. I'm human, I have human feelings. But after I felt sorry for you, now it's a moment of clarity. Now we really need to talk about the nitty-gritty, and there's certain questions I'm gonna ask that perhaps make other people feel uncomfortable, but to me those questions needs to be asked. If I'm a friend, I need to ask those questions. I'm not saying this lady is my friend, but I've watched the video and I'm just left flabbergasted. I'm left flabbergasted because the amount of red flags in this video is very concerning to me. And as a mother, I have to ask myself, where was her spirit of discernment? Where was her spirit of discernment? And I'm very sorry, I know a lot of people might watch this and might feel like, oh no, you know, us women, we have to stick together, and what's happened to her is devastating, and it shouldn't have happened to her. I understand that, but my point where I'm coming from is, I'm coming from not just a woman, but a mother. And I'm thinking about those children. And I don't want to speak so much on these children because they're just innocent beings. But I just want to touch base a little bit on the situation that's happened here and offer some sort of, I don't know what it is, offer some sort of wake-up call to every single one of us. Because this could have happened to anyone. It could have happened to anyone. Yes, it's happened to her, but you could find yourself also in a healthy marriage and you can still find yourself in this situation. You know how the stats say, like, a lot of the times when inappropriate behavior happens towards children, it's usually by someone you know. It's by someone who is a relative, it is by someone who is a family friend, it is by someone who is a next door neighbor. More times these things happen by people who are a lot closer than we would like to think. I'm not beating this woman down, by no means, please guys, I don't take it that wrong way. I know sometimes the way I deliver things may sound a little bit harsh, but let's look at the science now to see how we can avoid this happening to us, happening to our friends, happening to our family members, and most importantly happening to our children. I get so angry when I hear certain things like this happening in my mind, because the way I look at this point, I'm not even gonna do makeup. At this point I don't even think I'll be finishing this makeup because I'm already just, it could have happened to anyone. But my thing is this, like, when we really do our due diligence and when we really comb through things the right way, we can avoid certain things from happening. We can't see the future and stuff like that, but does the Bible not say that we need to look after ourselves as well? Does the Bible not say that we need to also have a spiritual eyes and have the ability to understand and foresee things before they happen? So let me just get it right. With this woman's situation, you meet a man and within 2 weeks you not only move in with him, but you bring your children along with him. I don't understand how you can fully know someone by in the space of 2 weeks. Like, I really don't understand. When I watched that video, honestly, my mind went to a point of, I see 2 people who are very much manipulative. They're both conniving, and they were both after their own needs and their own greed. Because it seems to me that this woman was going to go far and beyond to get this high value man. But what does a high value man mean? To me, a high value man is not just someone who's got money. To me, a high value man is not just someone that can provide for me. To me, a high value man is not just someone who has fancy cars and fancy clothes and he's walking and entering certain spaces. That is the 1%. To me, that is not only what a high value man is. Because from what I understand of a high value man, is also a man that has to have integrity. It's also someone that has to have morals. It's also someone has to have some standards. We have focused so much on this life of luxury and elevation and bettering ourselves, and all those things are not bad. Because you guys know I've got so many videos on here where I'm encouraging women to, you have that business plan, sis, you just need to go and do it. You have this idea that you want to do, just go ahead and do it. I'm all up for elevation. I'm all up for bettering ourselves. I'm all up for putting ourselves in a position where we don't have to struggle. I'm all for that. I work on myself every single day to better myself. And every woman that I come across, I also tell them, like, sis, you have this business idea. If you have to go back and get the qualifications that you feel is going to give you that leverage, do it. If you have this business idea and you have this spirit of fear that's holding you back, cut it off. Go through it and do it and do it and do it. But at the same time, I feel like society and social media is literally spoon feeding us that this life of luxury is the end all be all, and we must get it no matter what. We must compromise our own moral standards just in order for us to get it. And that's why I feel like it is wrong. You cannot lose yourself just to gain the world. And unfortunately, I feel like that's what this woman has done. So I was watching this video, and of course she goes ahead and she speaks about how the children have been inappropriately touched by their dad, who is also the husband. And then in the video, she mentions that within about 4 months of being married to this man, he took advantage of her. Like, this video is very triggering, and there's a lot of trigger words, and I don't want to say those trigger words because I don't want my video to be locked off. This man took her by force on 4 occasions within a couple months of being married. Is that not a red flag? Is that not a red flag? Is that not something that should have opened your eyes and you should have been like, okay, whoa. Like, it's these little things that us as women, here's the thing, like, I don't even want to speak too much on her because the whole situation is just a mess. But let me just say, as women, we can't be caught up so much on being married and being accepted and being picked by a man that we are now willing to compromise ourselves and our children just to say that I have been picked, I am now married, I am now this. Because let me tell you now, there are a lot of people who are married and they are living in such abusive situation that those people are probably better off alone. I'm all for marriage, but I'm here for a healthy marriage. I'm here for a balanced marriage. I'm here for a godly driven marriage. And not every marriage looks good. Not everything that sparkles, everything that shines, everything that is sprinkly, everything that is good. It's unfortunate that her children had to be in the firing line. It is unfortunate that her children, because of her mistakes and because of her lack of due diligence, have to now pay the consequences of her behavior and her action. This is the thing that's getting me mad. This is the thing that's really making me lose it. You could be alone. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are lonely. This is the thing that we need to understand. Just because you are alone, it does not equate to you being lonely. We cannot compromise ourselves so much just for the sake of being with a man. And the lady goes on to say in her video that within four weeks or whatever of moving in with him, the man changed so much. Sis, how is he going to change? You don't know him. 2 weeks is not enough time for you to know someone. 2 weeks is not enough for you to know this person's characteristics. This 2 weeks is not enough for you to know what triggers this man and what doesn't trigger it. 2 weeks is not to know how this man handles conflict resolution. 2 weeks is not for you to know if this man's going to be a good dad. 2 weeks is not enough for you to know how this man behaves when situations get tough. 2 weeks is not enough for you to know. 2 weeks is not enough. It's not enough. So the fact that she's even saying, oh, he changed, he switched it up and he changed on me. How would you know what this man is really like? How would you even begin to know what this man, his true form? So to me, this just reaps in red flags. I just see red flags everywhere. And I've actually written my notes here because I really have a lot to get off my chest. Okay, because when I think about this whole situation, I just see delusion after delusion after delusion after delusion. It's just delusion after delusion after delusion. I'm really hoping that this woman, one day it will come out, you know, that she would say that I did this just to bring awareness. In fact, nothing happened to my children. My children are fine. Nothing's happened to them. But then, even with that being said, it's so sickening that you would even involve your kids in this sick plan. Why would you even include your children in this sick plan? It just doesn't make sense to me. We are living in a time of deception and delusion. We are absolutely living in a time of deception and delusion, and that's all I see. I just see two people who are very much manipulative, and they are liars straight off the bat. Straight off the bat, you're just lying, and you will do anything in your power to get what you want to get. She describes that when she met this man, that this man was supposed to be her knight in shining armor. This man is supposed to come and save her. Why in 2024 are we still looking for men to come and save us? And I know some of you guys are going to say, oh, it's easy for you to say that because you're married. What's that got to do with anything? My question is, I repeat, why in 2024 are we still looking for men to come and save us? I've got younger sisters and I tell them all the time, you can level yourself up before you even meet a man. So that way, when you do meet a man, it's a man that's worked on himself. It's a man that has done the work. It's the man that is ready and prepared to meet you where you're at. All over social media, people are always saying, oh, I don't want to teach a man. I want to meet a man that's already ready. I want to meet a man that's already qualified. I want to meet a man that's already got this. I want to meet a man that's already got that. But sis, we're forgetting to mention the part that also work on yourself as well. If you're going to meet a man that has all of these attributions, you need to make sure you have those as well. Because in 2024, I will be damned to hear a woman still waiting on a man to come and level her up. You have to both be equally balanced. We have to be equally balanced so that when you are meeting your other half, you guys can then become one and grow into something beautiful and continue leveling each other up, continue building each other up, continue elevation together. But we are now in a society where young women especially, we want to be kept, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. I'm not here to judge. I am not here to judge at all. I'm not here throwing the first stone. If you want to meet a man solely for the purpose of this man keeping you kept, putting you on a pedestal and looking after you and being the provider and being all of this, that's all well and good. But for example, like this woman, you've now met a man that's a provider. But then you drop the bat when it comes to you being the nurturer. You drop the bat when it comes to you being the homekeeper. Because there's a video, allegedly, where this woman is like doing her lives or whatever she was doing. She's doing her makeup and you can hear the child in the background saying, ouch, ouch, it hurts, stop. I just urge you guys, please, just go and watch it for yourself. Because I don't even want to bring that energy over on my channel. But it's stuff like that. Do you know how many times I'll be doing a video and my children are fighting upstairs, arguing? I will stop this camera. I will cut the cameras. I will cut the cameras and go and make sure the kids are okay. What's going on here? Oh, he slapped me, he did this, he took this, all right, figure it out. Make sure there's peace. Give her back her toy. Do that. Go back to your room. I do all of that because I am a mother first. We can't become such men clown that we are now even going as far as ignoring our children's cry. So many red flags in this. So many red flags. Her knight in shining armor. That's what she said she was looking for. What is, let me just Google, what is a knight in shining armor? According to the Oxford Dictionary. An idolized or chivalrous man who comes to the rescue of a woman in a difficult situation. Being a single mom, I understand it is hard. I was raised by a single woman. My mom raised me as a single mom. I came into this country being an immigrant, being raised by a single mom. I know how difficult it is having to play both the roles of a mom and a dad. Having to be a provider, having to be a nurturer, having to be a protector. I absolutely understand how hard it is because I was raised by one. I totally get it. But being a single mom doesn't make you a criminal. Being a single mom should not push you so far to a point where now you're looking for a savior to come and save you and you alone. I know so many single mothers that have leveled themselves up to a point of success. I'm talking business owners, CEOs, international businesses. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. She was looking for her knight in shining armor to come and save her. This is absolutely disgusting. I take my hat off to her though, however, because when she did address the situation with her daughter, she believed her daughter. When she asked her daughter, baby, what's wrong? Her daughter did say, I'm in pain, I'm this, daddy's been doing da-da-da. She believed her daughter. Because you know how many of us in our community, in this black community, and just overall, do you know how many of us have gone to our parents and said, this has happened by this person and we weren't believed? Do we know how many times we were not believed? So I do take my hat off to her in that aspect for her believing in her daughter. But all of these things could have been avoided, or at least they could have been caught earlier if she had that spirit of discernment. And it's crazy to me to think that she was sitting on her YouTube advising other women to be in her position. This is why I'll always and forever say, see, social media, it's an illusion. Social media is an illusion. You can even come and sit through this video here of me speaking, but you have to have that spirit of discernment to understand the good to take and the bad to leave. Once I've switched off this camera, I'm living my real life. Does that make sense? After I've switched off the cameras, I have a life that I'm living, and not everything is documented. So these people that want to sit up on the TV screen and start telling people you need to do this to get that, you need to do this to get that, you need to do this to get that, just take it with a pinch of salt. Apply your own intelligence into the matter. Apply yourself in the situation. Don't be so delusional. Oof, child. You guys need to go watch this video. Like I said, this makeup will not be done. I will not be doing this thing. I feel like with her, there was so much concerns on looking the part, on bagging that man, on saying I've got a high value man and I can pick this car today to drive and I can pick this car today to drive. My man just bought me another car because it's Wednesday. He just bought me another 50k ring because it's Tuesday. She took value in that. That's what she took value in. Women, honestly, we have to do our due diligence. Far and beyond what we just think. Like just talking to a man and asking him a couple questions and Googling him to see if he's got any past criminal activities, like it's far beyond that. Do you know how many people have committed crimes and have gotten away with it? Sometimes all it takes is time. Sometimes that is all it takes. Just to be around that person a little bit longer. Be around that person, test that person. See, you have to take that time to really get to know someone. I've been with my man for how long, and we are still learning each other every day. Every day, because as time goes, we are growing, we are changing, our tolerance levels are now different. We are still learning each other every day. So tell me, how do you begin to get to know someone fully for 2 weeks, in the space of 2 weeks? How do you really know that person in 2 weeks? and be such in a rush to introduce them to your children? How? I legit have family members who have not met my kids. I don't trust no one around my kids. Because I guarantee you right now, if you have even just 5 people you know, and you just ask them, like, have you got any childhood trauma? I guarantee you at least one of them will say, yes, I have. And a lot of that trauma was at the hands of a family member, at the hands of a family friend, or someone that they knew. So isn't it our jobs as parents to try to eliminate those contacts, to eliminate those trauma? Isn't it our jobs as mothers to protect our children at all costs? Isn't it our jobs as mothers to make sure that we are cutting generational trauma? It's all well and good chasing after generational wealth. It's amazing. I urge for all of us to do that, because a lot of us didn't come from that. A lot of us didn't even have £100 handed down to us from our parents, unfortunately. That's just the way times were set up, and they had to deal with what they had to deal with. But does one who know better not do better? That's the question I keep asking myself again and again and again and again and again. This man, yes, he was a provider, but how now she's got GoFundMe account, she's on food stamps. So how much of that really benefited you? And don't get me wrong, if none of this would have happened, like I said, this would have been a success story for her. But unfortunately, in this occasion, it wasn't. So we have to take lessons from this. We have to learn. Unfortunately, she had to go through that in order for me to make this video. She had to go through all of this so that a lot of us could have those alarm bells ringing. Her story had to be told, unfortunately. It had to be told. But I'm seeing it as it's a lesson for every single one of us. Do you know how many weirdos that are out there that solely go after single mothers? And I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying this is right, but there are so many weirdos that go after single mothers because they think single mothers are weak. They think that single mothers, like this woman, are looking for their knight in shining armor, so that these men can then weasel themselves in people's lives to destroy it. All you have to do is go and look on social media to hear all the stories. And I'm not saying that because you are a single mom, then it means that you're not allowed to live your life. You are absolutely allowed to live your life. Just because you are a single mom, it doesn't mean that you should no longer want to be in a stable relationship. You should no longer want to be married. You have all those rights still. You have all those rights still. However, it just means that you have to now be extra cautious, because you have lives, you have your children's lives that you have to protect and put first before your own wants and your own needs. I really believe there is someone out there for every single person. But unfortunately, as a single mother, you are no longer going into a situation alone. You are no longer just looking after yourself. You don't only just have yourself to provide for. You also have your children. And when I say provide for, I'm talking about that healthy mental space where you are bringing people into their lives that are not going to harm them. You are not bringing people into their space that are going to want to take advantage of them. You are not bringing people into their lives that are going to bring further trauma into their lives. You have to be extra careful. Me, myself, as a married woman, I am still extra careful, because you will never know when this evil spirit is lurking the world and looking for an area to come in and to destroy and to steal and to lie to. You never know. We have to be extra careful. Like I said, I'm not here to bash this woman. I'm not here to condemn this woman. I'm not here to shame her. I'm not here, because at the end of the day, she is also a victim in her own right. But the biggest victims of all of this situation are her children. And that's what breaks my heart. That is literally what is tearing my heart in two. I'm thinking about those children. So if you take anything from this video, please let's just protect our children. They are innocent beings. They have not asked to come into this world. They are coming into this world at times because of our choices. But when you just decide to become a mother, you decide to put yourself second. That's just how it is. I'm so sorry. You may have other opinions on this, but this is just how I feel. This is just how I feel. I will go far and beyond to protect my children. I will definitely not put them in a line of fire. I would never do that. Especially chasing after a man. I hope that this woman does the correct thing and files that police report. And the thing is, with proving situations like this, at times it's hard to prove. But I hope that she keeps pressing on for the sake of her children. Keep pressing on and get justice for your children. I hope she gets justice for her children. I really hope she does. And anyone who watches this video, who watches her video, or whoever watches another video where it's given commentary on this situation, let's just take something good out of it. My advice is just to be vigilant at all times, because what this man has done, he's done to his own children. Be vigilant at all times. Speak to your children. Be involved in their lives. You have to be able to create a safe space where our children are able to come and speak to us and tell us even their deepest thoughts, all their worries, whatever they're going through, whatever's troubling them. We should be able to create that safe space for our children to come back and tell us things like this. And then on top of that, be vigilant in your home. Be vigilant in your home. Do not be distracted. We're living in a very critical time right now. Do not be distracted. Let's not be distracted by social media. Let's not be distracted by clicks and likes and all of these things and followers. Like, do not be distracted by that. This woman dropped the ball. I'm so sorry. She absolutely dropped the ball, especially when I'm thinking back to that video. I don't know in that instance if something was happening to her daughter, but something could have been happening to her daughter. It would have taken her 2 minutes to switch off her camera to go and check exactly to see what's going on. Who knows how long it was happening, if that matter was happening in that instance. Who knows how long ago before that it was happening. She could have stopped this earlier. It's just a sad situation. I'm not victim blaming, but I'm just here to just speak on the matter and to perhaps give all of us, including myself, advice. This could be a warning to someone. It could be a warning to me. I wake up, do you know how many times I wake up in the middle of the night and just go in my children's room just to make sure everything's fine? And I'm not doing it because I'm thinking, oh my God, something's gonna happen. I'm just doing it because that's what a mother's supposed to do. Continue to have conversations with your children. Don't be afraid to speak about certain things, because I tell you right now, if you don't speak about it, someone else is gonna speak about it. Be vigilant. I'm just gonna quickly say this in Lingala because I feel like it's also necessary to say it in Lingala. Okay guys, I have come to the end of my video. I could literally go on and on and on and on and on about this, but like I said, I'm not here to victim shame. I'm not here to blame. I'm not here to do any of that. Please just take from the good what you can from this video, and the rest that you feel that doesn't concern you, just leave it. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know I started this video saying that I'm gonna do my makeup. I didn't get around to doing it because, yeah, it was just too much. I didn't get around to doing it, but I'm gonna do my makeup now. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I know this is definitely out of the norm a little bit compared to like what I've been doing in the past. But like I said, I just didn't know how I could just do a vlog and then come and talk about this. Like I just don't know how I could have done that. But anyways, I appreciate you guys that watched this video, that have come this far. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, if you have any advice concerning anything that I've said today, please drop it in the comment section below, and let's just continue to grow and educate the community, and also just to keep each other safe. I think above all, that's what the community is about. Just keeping each other safe and being there for one another, and and dropping gems. I think that's what it's mostly about, just dropping gems, because I may not know how, I may not have the resources, but you have the resources and you can give to me and I can pass on to someone else. I feel like that's how a community grows, and that's how it needs to grow, and we really need to bring it back to that community. So like I said, her video is too much. I feel like I'm just going to stay off of that whole topic, because there's so many red flags when it comes to hearing what she was saying, and then there's like other videos coming out, and there's messages being deleted, and there's comments being deleted, and all that. It's just too much. Like I said, I'm not here to dissect her life. I'm not here to dissect every situation that she went through. My main situation is just our children, because like I said, God will ask us. We have these people that we are going to answer to, these children that God had given us. We have those children to answer for, and we have God to answer to. So my main concern is always the children. So let's do our best due diligence to protect our children. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to look at everyone with a side eye. Everyone needs to be looked at with a side eye. I repeat, everyone needs to be looked at with a side eye. I repeat, everyone needs to be looked at with a side eye. If you have a gut feeling about certain someone, you need to make sure you follow through with that. If you feel that you are getting dodgy vibes from someone, you should follow through with that, because the world is not what it seems, and people are literally coming to destroy, to break, to damage, and to cause trauma onto our children. So we need to really stand up and be ready for war. We are living in a very treacherous times right now, and we are not going to allow our children to be in the firing line for our mistakes. I had to get that off my chest. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.